Are you not entertained? Is this not why you're here?
Ooh, lucky bug.
You being sarcastic or something like that? Fool, you should never mix your drinks.
What are you retarded?
We'll have to take this abuse much longer.
You're a fool! You're a fool! You're a fool!
Oh, that's what we call diarrhea.
You think this is a fucking joke? This ain't Kenny camera. There's no hidden cameras.
Oh shit, I've said fuck. Oh fuck, I've said shit.
Don't be an arse. Get a weapon collector arse.
Hello, is that going off already? That was my fault. I was messing around with the clips. I didn't realise if I changed the thing, it would go off. So yes, hello everyone. Looks like the only people on are Fall, Evil, and Arthur. How are you all? You alright? Oh, Metallic, there you are. I was going to ring you. I was literally going to play a video in a minute to check that you was alright, because I hadn't heard from you all day. Metallic said I'm here, but I'll be a couple of minutes. You need to check your WhatsApp. I've sent you some pictures. Deep in the bunker, how you doing, mate? You alright? My computer is being a bit funny tonight. It's like freezing and stuff like that. So just be aware. If it starts like going a bit funny, let me know. I'm knackered. I've literally just stopped. I got up, made a load of props, set the props up, filmed, edited. I've not stopped all day. But literally, I've just literally just stopped now. Just to sit down. I'm fucking dying. Right. Yeah. There's a little clue of what I've been doing. Can you see that? Fake blood. That's not a weird rash. Deep in the bunker. Lovely swords. Have you shown that on your channel? And are you going to? Because what a bloody prize that is. That's fucking awesome, that sword. That looks lovely. That looks absolutely lovely. Yeah, what a great prize. How did you win that then? Was it like a raffle or what? You lot may have to excuse me slightly tonight. I'm a little bit tired at the minute. I'll have a coffee and I might wake up in a bit. But yeah. Yeah, I hope everyone's had a good Saturday. I haven't shown it yet. Oh, fucking lovely sword. Yeah. And that's a genuine piece, isn't it? That doesn't look like that's a copy or a replica. Evil said, meanwhile, I've been doing fuck all. Well, you know what, Evil? People would say I've been doing fuck all day, but I haven't. You know. Oh, God. Yeah, I'm absolutely shattered. Raffle at a military fair, £5. Yeah, bloody. Yeah, awesome. What a great sword. Yeah. Yeah. So I made some props today. Should be good. So I think I'm up to about how long it's going to be. So episode 1 is now going to be, I think, 18 minutes long. So it's essentially had 10 minutes added. Royal Naval Officer Ceremonial Sword. Yeah, it's a lovely sword. I've got like a fake, like American Navy officer's sword. It's nothing like the one you've got. But then mine is literally a fake one, you know, and it was something that someone gave it away to someone and they gave it to me. Eating chocolate mochi is that? I don't know. never had it. Never had it. A black coffee there. Yeah, I feel satisfied though. I've had a good day. I made up a nice sphincter anus for the props. A couple of crinkle cut cocks, a brain. Hello, Rich. How you doing, mate? Rich, I sent you your voiceover notes. It's literally 5 words. All you need to say is, I was just trying to open my beans, and act like someone's told you off. All right. Okay. That done out Fall or Evil, but yes, okay. I'll pretend I know. Chuff, like Chuff for Charlie. So it'd be mochi. Mochi. No, Chuff for Charlie. Okay, mochi, okay. Yeah, it's not a word I've heard said out loud. That's the problem. You know, it's not like I can't read or anything, but if I've certain words, if I've never heard them said out loud, I don't know them. That when Deep said, yeah, for the props, not for the bedtime fun. no, purely for props. Although people have been fucking one. I showed some of the props, and they was like, "Why have you got that?" Well, for the spirophiles. It's a fucking prop. Richard did see the message. Might been busy. That's all right, mate. No rush. No rush. As I said, I've got the audio anyway. It's just if you would like to replace your character's voice with yours, then you can. Otherwise, you've got an AI voice, but it's a good AI voice. Oh God, fucking shattered. So yeah, what's everyone been up to today anyway? Mochi. Okay, no mochi. Okay, fair enough. Mochi. What is that then? I don't know what it is. Oh God. Yeah, I'm fucking knackered. Sorry, I'm gonna keep saying it. I ain't got a lot to say at the minute. You don't need to entertain me tonight. Oh, that's nice. I say that's nice. The last couple of coffees I've had tasted fucking crap. Here's a thing. Who's a bit of a coffee connoisseur here? If you put the hot water in, I'm talking about cheap fucking spoon of coffee, put the hot water in. Can that essentially like burn the coffee and make it bitter? Because sometimes I have coffee. It's always the same, in the same fucking jar. Not always the same jar, but you know, I can have 3 cups of coffee from the same jar, and 2 times they'll taste nice. One time tastes horrible. Richard said finished the Quingbo, if that's how you pronounce that. You're not doing it on purpose now. And done a few test shots, and it hasn't broken. Nice. Good, Rich. That's nice. Sorry, I just got a message. Just got to check this quickly. Oh, God. Rice ground up and made it into a dumpling. Nice. Sounds good. Sounds lovely, even. Sounds lovely. Yeah. Prototype, how are you, mate? You alright? I'm alright. Just a little bit tired. I've had quite a hard day today. You wouldn't think making props and film and stuff would be knackering. I think partly it's because of how fucking hot it is as well. Because the issue is, I don't know why I did it actually. Because actually, no. Why did I do that? No, it's all right. I was going to say today I've had the window shut and the fan off. Actually, I didn't today because the video I did today, I could do it silently because it's going to have a voiceover. Persia helped me with a voiceover today, but I don't reckon he's going to be on. He reckoned he'd been up all night, so he'll probably be asleep by now. Richard, if you don't a bow build, hang on. If you don't do a bow build change, I'll have to do a build video. Hang on, I don't know, Rich. I'll make sure it's a nice lightweight. Lol. If you do a bow build, I'll change. Have to do a bow build. I don't know, Rich. You're fucking confusing me now. Hello, Persia. Thank you for the audio comment, the audio voiceovers today. I did appreciate that. Oh, they can be sweet and savoury, can they? Nice. Hello, my queen. How are you? Hope you're alright. I'm knackered. How come you haven't been on all day then? Have you been in your kitchen all day? Slaving away at your cupboards? Or was you doing something else? I was getting worried for you. I was literally going to play a video. I was literally doing it when you came on. I was getting ready. I changed. That's why the intro to the stream stopped early, because I was changing to the other thing so I could play a long video, and I was going to call you. I haven't stopped all day though. But I know I had time to message you a couple of pictures. So I'll tell you what else I did today, because I thought I'll make sure I make the most of this. Now it's perfect, Pedro. Thank you. I appreciate that. I've gone full on Tim and Eric really excessive sound effects for some of this as well. Because if you watch the Tim and Eric stuff, they add excessive sound effects for things. So if someone's walking, you'll hear like clomping, and breathing, and if they're eating, stuff like that. So I've added quite a few bits like that. Persio's voiceover for me. But what else I did today, because I had the opportunity of all these props that I made, I thought, fuck, I ought to make the most of these and film some like generic bits I can use for other stuff. So I filmed some sort of generic shots of the props I made. And then I did a behind the scenes for the DVD. So yeah. Because it's always worth having a bit of behind the scenes footage. So the behind the scenes footage was me talking about the props I made. Tom and Cheryl, how you doing? You all right? Just catching up on the comments. Evil said they also boiled water can burn in Scotland. Thank you. Maybe that's what it is. Rich said, if you do a bow build challenge, I'll have to do a build video of another one of my entries. Make sure it's a nice little 130, 40 pounds. Okay, yes, nice. I'd say, Rich. As I don't know, I was sorting out the car window coverings when I started lining one of the front room curtains with my last bit of black fabric. And then the favourite cheese is here, but in bed as we're getting up at 3 a.m. You're going to do your your sunrise thing. To get organised to go watch the sunrise, then we're going for a beef eater breakfast. Oh, nice. That sounds lovely, my queen. Sounds lovely. Sounds lovely. We'll have to do that one day. Well, we always plan to do it, don't we? And then we fucking don't. That's all right. We're not as hardcore as we used to be, are we? Must be age. Sound it right, proud pussies, we have. Falling asleep during breakfast wine and I won't mention the thing I did that time. So yeah, I made the most of the props I had. I would show you some of the props. Oh no, it's Peach on. When Peach is on, remind me to get a prop out just for him. I've got a prop specifically that I made for Peach's request. What happened to you, man? You used to be cool. Old and tired, Rich, apparently. Yes, right. I just need to show you something, right? Because this is fucking good news. I always get really paranoid about this. I hope you can see this. Come on, just fucking hold still for long enough. Please fucking focus so they can read it. Let's turn it that way. Well, it was saying that the file for the Spirophiles extended version is okay. There are no issues with it. And there is no worry about that. Is sometimes some of the props I've been sent are a little bit too realistic. So I have to be very careful how I show them because I think that they could be mistaken for the real thing. So I have to be very fucking careful. Nielsen, my local shopkeeper has been disillusioning the local teens. Well, what they've been doing, what they've been doing. Thank you, Mark. I was really happy with them. Oh, I could get one out, I suppose. Because it's one that's not new stuff. Fucking eyes are fucking blurry. Got a little jar of teeth there. I didn't spell it T-E-E-F there. HDPE chopping board teeth there. Yeah. I just thought if episode 1 is going to be the very first thing that most people see, it won't be though. If people go onto the playlist for the Spyroverse, the first thing you'll see is the new. The first thing you'll see is the new documentary, then the old one, and then episode 1. But people may accidentally find you know, episode 1 on its own without the documentary. Yeah. Yeah, I think I've done some quite good stuff today, and I, like I said, I made sure I got some other footage of the props as well. Yeah, cheers for the audio, Percy. I do appreciate that. I did send it out to a couple of people, and I was just going to do whoever got in first. They was who was going to do it, and you got in first because I'd sent it to Deep in the Bunker as well, and then I deleted it, and he'd wondered what had gone on. You know why I'd messaged him and deleted it. But I needed it straight away because once it's done, and I can stop thinking about it. That's the thing with me. Often when I'm filming stuff, I want to just get it done instantly, so I don't want to wait, and I don't mind waiting, you know. But often, because it's been like a really long, stressful day, you want to get it done. So yeah, Sergio is normally quite quick on the draw with the audio stuff if he's in and you know and can do it. So yeah, Rich, when you're ready. But Rich, if you don't have time to do your lines, it's fine, and you don't have to go mad with it. Just you know, but I have got those lines as AI anyway, and it's quite good AI. You can't really tell. There's only like 4 words. The episode has been telling them the origin of men wearing their trousers halfway down their asses. How bizarre! How bizarre! What the prison story about bummers? Sorry, I shouldn't have said that. Christ, that slipped straight out my gob, didn't it? Different thing in prison, you see. There, after time they claim they're not even gay. They're the true definition of a bummer. Sake. Yeah, I don't know the story. Oh Christ! Showed my nephew the brain, and I took him down some shit and anus, and said, "Did he want to see him?" Persia, did I send you any pictures? Persia, would you want to see a picture of what you did your audio to today? Anybody watched any? What have you lot been doing today? Come on, tell me. They quickly pulled their cakes off. I bet they did. What's everyone been doing today? I'm surprised people still do it. That was a very sort of 90s. No, it wasn't 90s. Early 2000s. I don't know. Should have told someone you're going to rip a new arsehole and then produced it for them. I have been walking around today. I've shown my mum the brain because I said she's going to be credited now because the brain was part of, you know, she sponsored that brain. She paid for that brain. The budget of this episode now is £1.50. I showed Leighton some shit and a couple of anuses and a brain. And then Ben asked me what I was doing, so I brought down a severed crinkle cut cock for him. Fucking hell. Their fucking faces. And then Susan kept going, "What's them things you get with them?" And I kept thinking, what was she on about? Is she on about like a fucking... She said, "You know the thing that you get with that?" And because I was holding up a fucking crinkle cut cock that was from a fucking dildo. I kept thinking, what is she talking about? And she, you know, why? What is it? What is it to come to that? And I was thinking she meant like the fucking like a harness. And she said, "No, the game that you get with them," and that confused me even more. And then I realised what she meant. She was on about the fucking spirographs. Fuck's sake! I don't know, laugh me ass off. Did he run away shouting Pam? No. I'm gonna have to get him when we do shit fitness. I'll get Ben to do one of the moves, just a Pam. I'll get Ben to do a Pam. I will. By the way, I will be getting everyone to join in shit fitness and shit self defense. Surely Peter will join in shit fitness. Shit self defense. Just got to do a bit of shit self defense. So laugh me ass off. Imagine if you got a free dildo every purchase of a spirograph. Honestly, it was confusing the fuck out of me. What was she on about? The game that comes with a dildo. Because she wasn't on about the dildo. She was on about the fucking crinkle cut cock. You know, they're the same thing, but two very different things. Arthur, how you doing, mate? You all right? What you been up to, mate? You all right? I'm knackered. Even if they say everyone's doing it, I asked them if they jumped off a cliff, everyone else was. But the Tide Pod friend bullshit proves they probably would. That's bizarre, isn't it? I thought they'd stopped all that. The Tide said, I suppose it depends where you live. Maybe it's still going around in circles around certain areas. The Tide said, got to use the names we made up for shit fitness. Yeah, I can't remember what they were. I've got it all written down, though. I said, yeah, not much today, just chilling. I've been filming stuff all day. Tide Pod, you know the it's washing up liquid in a pod. Deep said, game with a dildo is that twister for adults. Well, yeah, well, there you go. There you go. I kept thinking she meant the harness or something like that, or you know. No. So Tom and Cheryl, if you're watching, I put the present that Tom sent me a long time ago to good use today. It's had its first. It's going to finally feature in a Spyroverse episode, Spyrophiles episode. I've been wanting to use it for ages, but in the right context. But it was perfect for today's props. Yes. Dave, how you doing, mate? You alright? I ain't too bad. I'm just fucking tired. Very tired. At one point, I had to wear. So the only disappointing thing about today's filming, right, is I didn't think what I was doing, and I filmed myself with a wig on, glasses, and a fake beard from behind. So you couldn't even see none of it. I was hoping you'd see the side of my face, at least. So you'll notice at the very end of the bit where I'm wearing all that stuff, I had to film an extra bit at least where I turned right around so you at least saw my face. That's why you need me directing. Well, exactly, my career. That's the nightmare thing of filming on your own, because filming on my own always restricts me to a static camera. So it means that a lot of what you'd like to move around with, you can't, because you've got a static camera. Because I'm the only actor and the fucking director and the fucking person filming it. So yeah, it's great being able to have two cameras or even just someone else filming for you. Yeah, it got some use today, Tom and Cheryl. Dave said, not bad, bit tired, lol. Arthur said, you doing more Spyrophiles? I am, Arthur, yes. So it won't be a full episode, but it'll be... I'm extending episode 1 by about 10 minutes, maybe. And I might, if I have time, I might even bloody extend episode 2. So that when we do the next special, there'll be at least half an hour's new footage. Yeah, like the aerial pods, yeah. Chat said, what were they doing with them? I'm not down with the kids. Cheryl said, have been busy cleaning today, a modern day cinders. What's Tom been up to? Shooting his crossbows and watching you clean, I bet. After any spoilers, I still remember the episode of the sheep running after you or something. Been in memories all this time. Well, so it's an extension of episode 1, and because episode 1 was only 8 minutes long, Arthur. So I've added about 10 minutes long to make it more of an episode. So the extended bits, I'll just tell you very vaguely. There's a sort of flashback scene to a character that no one's ever seen. So there's that. And then I ring up Turds for some advice. Turds are teams urgently researching Desmond's science. I ring up Turds because I need advice on the type of gory hole I'm going to investigate. Cheryl said, yeah, you got friggin' right, Mike. You know him too well. Oh, Christ. It was killing them. What, the Tide Pod? I remember the Tide Pod shit, yeah. I've not time travelled, have I? Is it still 2026? Yes. I was wondering if I'd time travelled again. That's what I love, the bit of paper with the writing on it. Oh, I'll tell you what also there is. So there, I don't know if you saw it in those pictures. Let me see. Let me see. When Tom sent me the prop ages ago, so I said, don't forget Tom loves a little acting if you need help. Definitely, I will. I definitely will get. So when I do the new episodes, 100% will get more people in. It's just at the minute, because I was trying to get these scenes done really quick. I haven't bothered with anyone else doing acting, apart from stuff I already had. However, yes, 100%. All right, I'm just going to check what I've shown Metallic. Ah, yes. So yeah, you see that piece of paper? Can you read that? The Dear Mike Desmond observation group, top secret. That I put that on there deliberately so you'd be able to read it as well. So in the episode, you should be able to pause it and read all that. However, that's just one page. That was from Tom when he sent me the prop. So I did put that there as a little Easter egg for people. However, the back page can't be seen. So what I'll do is in the extras for episode 1, both sheets will be in there. No, Deep said, Mike, I forgot about the tent scene. Did we film an ultra close up of the tent door zip unzipping? If not, it'd be worth filming that. Then Demon rapidly reaching inside, leaping at the camera. That would be good. However, it's getting it. That would actually be an amazing scene, but it's getting it done now. That would be good. Well, I've got a mask, haven't I? Yeah, that's good. I'm going to save that. I've said, right, I'm off. Best of luck to you, Mike. Cheers. Thank you, Arthur. Deep, that is a fucking good idea. Could you do me a favour, or anyone watching with the ability to copy and paste Deep in the Bunker's comment there and send it to me, or put it on the Discord? Because I may add that to that. Is a very good thing, because that's the issue. As I was saying, a lot of the stuff I film, because I'm on my own, it's really difficult to do. But that'll take quite a fair bit of prepping just for that scene. But it would be a good one. It would be a good one. But yeah, you're right. I like that. That's good. So I said, yes, I did. I thought you would have read all that. So I said, we have props to send you too. Must get this stuff off to you. We'll get a package sorted next week. Nice. I should look forward to it, Tom Shell. Thank you. Yeah, Deep. That's a very good idea for a clip. For a little, bit in between. Yeah, I like that. I like that. Paul said there have been other life endangering trends too. So yeah, I used what we filmed, which is good. I've changed. So this is only really to Deep and Metallic, but you're all there. But what we filmed, I've changed the premise of it, if that makes sense. So often what we film, it's a generic thing that I can use in different ways. I mean, green screen's been a bit of a pain in the arse lately. It's because of filming in here. The light and the camera don't like each other, and it's constantly trying to fight the fucking light of the camera. It's all right. It is what it is. I mean, when I win the lottery, I'll become a famous fucking director. I'll redo the Spy Files with a budget. A budget better than £1.50. Yeah, but I'll still keep it the exact same vein it is, Well, Metallic, I genuinely did leave it there so you could see it. That was pinned on there deliberately, and in a place where you could read it. But on the episode anyway. The struggles of our director, exactly, Rich. Metallic said, "C words, must read them. Talking of autists, I found out what the party was. What my favourite cheese went to. It was his cousin. I said, "Oh, how old is he?" And he said, "Oh no, it wasn't his birthday. It is what? It is what?" I've not got all the comment. It is what, Metallic? It's going to leave us hanging now. Oh, it's Henry's. They're 45 years old today. It's his cousin. That's the autist. The one who likes the Are you on about the one who likes the Hoovers, basically? It's Henry's. They're 45 years. Yeah, Henry's as in the Hoovers. Yeah, it's his cousin. That's the autist. He was at his birthday meal you came to where it was American style burgers. I can't remember. Yeah, that rings a bell. That does. Yeah, no, that rings a bell. Yeah, yeah, I'm sure. I don't know. I don't know. Sometimes I think you have memories of me being there, and it's just because we've spoke on the fucking phone that day. Yes, his whole life has been obsessed with Hoovers. Why not? Why not, eh? Why not? Hoovers. I bet you if I went up to someone and said, he's obsessed with Hoovers, I'm obsessed with knives, guns, gore, and stuff like that, I would be the weirdo. Oh, God. It's just what you think's normal, isn't it? That's me being mild. That's me just vaguely telling you what I'm really like. Dwayne, how you doing, mate? That's very helpful if you need a recommendation. Had a good chat with him about how crap Dysons are once. Yeah, well, that's it. That's the thing. If people who have these sort of very extreme interests in things really fucking know about it. That's why I always say about Liam when you need a gas mask, because he's autistic and he's like fucking pretty sure he's autistic. He is. And he's like that. He's like that. You know everything about it. How you doing, Ryan? He does a similar thing that Malk does, where you sort of go from one to another. So you have a main obsession, and you might go off that one for a little bit and go to something else, but they're always still there. So it might go from gas masks to radioactive stuff to black powder weapons and it sort of goes like that, because you still like the other things, but they're not your main interest. You know what I mean? As Malk does that. You've put on weight, have you, Evil? I'm hoping to lose weight. Even though it depends what you do with the Hoover when you're alone, bored, and have itch to scratch. You hoover up the dust in the corner of your fucking room. That's what you do. Yes. Richard said, I don't have any obsessions except for Backwoods Boy. I didn't think that I was going to say that. I thought that was going to say I don't have any obsession apart from backyard archery. I thought it was going to say, and then I noticed it said Backwoods Boy. Oh God! Just for the proof, so that we can lay this to bed for good. No denials. There it is in black and white and green. Someone screenshot that so I can keep that forever and ever and ever. But that said, does anyone else say watch Dwayne Dibley every time Dwayne comes on? Sorry, Dwayne. My problem is I've got a friend called Dwayne who I know a couple of Dwaynes. So no, the the Dwayne Dibley thing for some reason doesn't shoot in my head. Okay, now. Even said I'm a size 12 up now from the size 8. Yeah, bloody hell. Is that, I don't know what to say. Is that on purpose? I don't know. That does me every time. Dwayne said Red Dead. Red Dead Dwayne. Oh, God. I can't picture what size 8 would be. I don't know. Maybe very slim. Maybe what people would class as normal. You know what I mean? Red Dead, Red Dwarf, Red Draft. I'm watching Red Draft right now, Brian. I'm watching Red Draft right now. Well, not right now because I'm talking to you, but in my spare time. No, it's not. Fair enough, either. Yeah, I wasn't taking the piss or nothing. It's just I was explaining this to Metallic the other day about people describing themselves in different weights. So, if someone said to me they was 12 stone, I could picture what 12 stone would look like on a tall person, a short person, blah, 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 blah. However, if you said you was 110 kilograms, that means nothing to me because I've never learned how to convert them, or I've never done it in that thing. And also the size, the women's size thing doesn't really, I don't know. That's all right, Dwayne. I'm not taking a piss at you for that. You're all good, mate. Yeah, Red Dwarf. Yeah. Metallic said very much depends on the height when it comes to what dress size looks like. Oh, yeah, fair enough. Well, that's what I mean. Yeah. But I don't need to know any women's weights. That's not what I'm asking for. My fucking skin on my fucking hands there and there and there is so fucking rough. I keep scratching my fucking face. What's the best way to sort out calluses on your fucking hands? Because I'd literally keep scratching it, like nearly cutting it open. 5'3.5", that my height then. So the fact men's shirts include neck circumferences blows my mind. Yeah, yeah. Even the one because I wanted to be Ace Rimmer when I was 14. You know what? I fucking love Ace Rimmer. Ace Rimmer was a great character. I was hoping that they'd do some more Red Dwarf and get another Ace Rimmer in it. I hope they keep making Red Dwarf because I would like to see. I want them to make Red Dwarf when they're all old, like proper old. Because that would be great, seeing like an old man Lister. I did figure about sanding them down or filing them down. I didn't know if there was any other easier way. That would require me going out into the shed and get some sandpaper. Yeah, I'd love there to be. My other little dream would be a Red Dwarf game. A massive, like, I say open world game, but a big sort of open world game where you could explore different planets and also explore Red Dwarf. And, and because the ship is fucking massive. Did I have a fat neck? I need a 19-inch collar. So do I. The last shirt I bought, I had to get a 19-inch collar. Yeah. Metallic said, "Is that the quick? That is the quick, easy way." Now, file. Okay. All right. I should just file the fuckers down. So the fucking hell, Rich. That's the waist size women wanted to be in the 1800s. Fucking hell. Yeah. Christ. Oh, what a day! What a gay day. Yes, I'm now tempted. You know what? I think the only reason I'm filming the Spyro Files is because I'm secretly procrastinating, and I'm avoiding something I'm supposed to be doing, and I can't think what it is. But I know for a fucking fact it shouldn't be a fucking filming the Spyro Files. We're supposed to be doing fucking torch reviews for the last couple of days. Ain't done them. So yeah, I'm tempted now. Now this episode's done, I might even extend episode 2 for a bit. Make that a bit longer. Space said, "Hi all, been listening 30 minutes, was busy, made coffee now." Nice one, Spacey. Been up to much today? Deep said, "Red Dwarf is 5 miles long. Those rocks stuck inside the planetoids. It's actively mining." Well, that's it. That's exactly it. It's massive. It's massive. It's supposed to be big as a city, isn't it? So that's why it'd be amazing. If you could have a game, you could have a game purely just set on Red Dwarf, where you're exploring the ship, where you can explore the ship, and as you get further, you unlock different parts, and that'd be great. If it's full, has a large head, 62-centimeter hat size. Christ, I say Christ, I don't know. I think I've got quite a big head. Shall I measure my head? Shall I measure my head? I don't mean my penis. I'm just curious. I want to see how big my head is. Where do you measure it? Like here? Obviously, but, you know. I ain't got a massive head, but I think, you know, for someone my size, 60. Yeah. Mike's head is swollen. Just to prove that, right? Can you see that? Can you see that or not? The thing is just there. Yeah, it was about 58, 60 something. And, you know, it's hard to do yourself. Mike's head is so swollen. Dave said the Mutton Vindaloo Monster is one of the best ones ever. Yes. I saw a picture of myself sat next to Metallic the other day, and my head does look a lot bigger than that. So, yes. Khalid said, I've seen every episode of Red Dwarf, Lister and Cat on my phone. Yeah, no, they're all, I like all of them. I genuinely like them all. Yeah, I've seen all of Red Dwarf. I have seen it all. I've seen it loads of times. Spacey said, when I joined the stream, you were talking about what you did today. I ain't done much. Bit of gardening time, bit of filming. Fair enough, mate. Fair enough. Yeah, I suppose it'd be up here, wouldn't it? Yeah, the chicken vindaloo. I wish they'd done a Christmas episode of Red Dwarf. That would be good. Yeah, 60. 60. Yeah, I've got quite a big... Well, I'll tell you how I knew I had a reasonably big head. Because my sister's wedding, we had hats done. And, well, no, actually. So they had hats that fit us. However, Jay was the opposite. Jay's head was so small, they was talking about having to get a kid's hat. His little peanut head is. Yeah, love a bit of Red Dwarf. I've got all of them on DVD. I own a lot of it. And I own one of the books as well. I don't know where it is. I own one of the books. I even used to have Red Dwarf t-shirts. I love my Red Dwarf t-shirt. A horror FPS shooter would be cool. Yeah, yeah. Well, something like Fallout, I reckon, would be good. If you could do like a sort of version of Fallout where you've got open world exploring, talking to people, different dialogues, maybe take control of the different characters at different times, unlock different parts of the ship, occasionally go off the ship to a planet every now and then. That'd be fucking amazing. But, you know, we can all dream, can't we? Yeah, or horror FPS, yeah. They'd all work, I think. Alright, I'm just gonna get... I keep scratching my eye. I'm fucking counting. I'm fucking mad. I think my file's shit. These are my favourite episode is them having dinner with their future selves. Or even in fact, yeah, I watched that the other day. And I watched that one the other day when they've been hanging around with Hitler, haven't they? Hanging around with all these fucked up fucking people in history, because it just so happens that, you know, if you want the best things in life, happens to be that most of the people who have access to that kind of stuff are all the fucked up people. Yeah. Yeah, then they kill themselves, don't they? Well, that's the one I was on about the other day with Rimmer blowing up the sort of time thing. Because Rimmer's often portrayed as a coward, but he's not. Yeah, that's one of the best ones, Evil. The squid in the water tank. Yeah, that's an amazing one. Deep said, Mike, I've had an idea for a half-hour video for a while now. Imagine Dad's army, but set in the apocalypse with preppers for the lead characters. Do you know what? If you ever want to film that one day, I'm up for that, mate. That would be fucking hilarious. That'd be hilarious. I'd be up for that. I love all that kind of stuff, taking the piss out of that kind of stuff. I'm gonna do a piss take of Steptoe & Son soon, called Desmond and Son, and it's basically going to be a Desmond, Spyroverse version of Steptoe & Son. I haven't thought about the plot yet. It's just a very basic idea. But yeah, Dad's Army in the Apocalypse with preppers doing it would be mental. Sadly, I ain't going to be at none of them. Well, no, I'll be at maybe the Thetford one. Dave said that would be excellent. Loads of possibilities. He even said, or ride through Rimmer Memorial. Yeah, I ain't got to that one yet, I don't think. The one with... No, I think I have done that one. That's not the one with the song, is it? I can't remember, because I kept thinking the Memorial one was the one with the song. And the little midget... Rimmers. Yeah, I like Steptoe & Son. So, I actually find Steptoe & Son quite fucking funny. And I never used to. It's weird. So, I had a period as a kid where I absolutely loved Steptoe & Son. Then for years I went off of it. Now I'm older, I like it. And I'll tell you something I really like. Fucking... Now, I don't know about the TV series. I've never watched it. But the radio show to Hancock's Half Hour is fucking excellent. They're proper dodgy fuckers on there. And there's quite a fair bit of violence, threats of violence and doing weird, proper fucked up shit. Criminal stuff. Proper funny. They're always on the fucking... You're always doing something proper dodgy. Peter, I love Dad's Army. I watched it yesterday. My favourite episode is one when they go to the pictures and they always rush off. And the bus trampling over Captain Barry. I haven't seen all of them. He said, yeah, it is. He's Arnold Rimmer. That's it. More reliable than a golden streamer. I haven't got onto that one yet. Deep Short, I can't make any to mix this year. My wife has had a foot operation in July, so won't be walking for 2 months. That's a shame, mate. Yeah. I think the Thetford one is September. Well, get well soon to your missus. Did you say she's had it or gonna have it? Having in July. Oh, yeah, in July, yeah, fucking twat, July. Oh, yeah, so probably not. Yeah, we're only going to get to the Thetford one, possibly, purely because it's too much. It's too hard work. Similar comedy, army comedy in my novel, in the flashbacks. Nice. Listen, do you remember the scene from arguing over the desk? No, I don't think so. Maybe, I don't know. So I caught an episode of Anita Blake Vampire Hunter once during the day. I couldn't believe it. Those books were full of shagging where animals in their animal form. Really? Shagging where animals in their animal form. It's hilarious. It's like musical chairs. Oh my god. Yeah, good luck to your missus, mate. And I hope she recovers nice and quick. That's where was that on? Was that on the radio, you mean, Metallic? I'll tell you what. So for people who don't know, right, if you're sat at home bored in the daytime, there's nothing on the telly, listen to Radio 4 or Radio 4 Extra, right? They have some fucking great radio plays on there. Awesome stuff. And on the radio, they swear. Yeah, there's also so much swearing during the day. They don't censor swearing in the daytime. There's some really fucking good, like, funny stuff and horror stuff on in the day. Yeah, Radio 4 Extra. I only found out about Radio 4 because I always thought Radio 4 was an old folk, an old person's fucking radio channel. Because, in all honesty, the reason I started listening to talk radio is because I played the game Grand Theft Auto, Free and San Andreas and Vice City, and they had talk radio stations on them, and that made me aware that there was such thing as a talk radio station that doesn't have music. So I looked up what the channels were, and that was Radio 4, and LBC. This is back in like the early 2000s when LBC wasn't London centric and it had a lot of comedy stuff on it. And it really, yeah, Julia Hartley Brill was on LBC back in them days, and she was mental. Yeah, Ian Lee, Clive Ball, they were all, when they was on LBC and didn't have no restrictions, they used to have complete nutters ringing up and all, like, and that's what interested me, the nutcases ringing up. Anyway, LBC started getting very political and London based, so I looked into other talk radio stations. The only others that exist really are Radio 4 and Radio 4 Extra, and they have, you know, there may be like the boring news stuff and like, you know, political program, you know, like news programs. But there's loads and loads of really good comedy, loads of old radio shows that are actually good, and loads of horror stuff. 10 till 12 at night is the comedy club, which is, there's some great stuff on the comedy club at night. 10 till 12. Yeah, that was all through fucking a computer game that made me listen to them. Richard said the stepchild son one where the two escaped prisoners are hiding out in the house. Yeah, one of them was Leonard Rossiter. Yeah, and the old man guilt trips, gaslights the younger criminal to take the older criminal with him. Yes. Yeah, Radio 4 these days, so much swearing during the day. Lee, how you doing, mate? You all right? Deep said, talking radio at the moment. Oh, so love talk radio at the moment. Julia Hartley Brewer is acid. Yeah, so Julia Hartley Brewer used to be on LBC back in the day, and she was completely fucking mad. Then, yeah, Mrs. Martin or Paul Martin? Don't know. But yeah, don't be put off by the thought that you're listening to talk radio and it's all going to be old folks. You know, there is stuff like the Archers. I'm not interested in the Archers. But I've heard some fucking really, really good radio plays on there. Sci-fi stuff. There's loads of really good things on there. As good as anything you can watch on the telly. It's your imagination, isn't it? You know, I love listening to a bit of radio when I'm in the shed making stuff. Oh, Paul Merton on Just a Minute. Yeah, you don't like Paul Merton, do you? So I quite like Paul Merton. Hang on. Hang on. It's Paul Merton, you say?
I could knock him out in the shed.
I wouldn't knock him out in my shed. Oh, God. Took me a while, didn't it? But yeah, there is actually some really, really, really good stuff. So I'm just filing the calluses off my hands if anyone wonders what this constant movement is. I'd lock him out of my shed. Oh, God. The Paul Merton show was great. Yeah, Radio 4, Radio 4 Extra. You need a DAB radio to listen to Radio 4 Extra. But I think you can get shit like that on your telly now, can't you? I know you can get the DAB channels on Sky. Yeah, I don't know. Can you get 4 Extra on your telly? However, a DAB radio is well worth investing in. Who'd ever thought I'd sit here telling you the benefits of listening to the radio, eh? You can't beat it. I'm telling it, old man. You'd lock him out of your shed, would you, my queen? I remember once I was in the workshop and a play came on, ended up howling, proper wrist slitting stuff. What, as in shit, you mean? Oh, don't get me wrong. I'm not gonna pretend everything is good on there. Some of it is so shit it's unbelievable if you don't like that kind of stuff. You know, there's Priro and all that and Agatha Christie stuff. You know, I'm not really interested in. I find them all the same. But there is some really, really fucking interesting stuff on there. some quite good horror stuff. Because they used to do, what was it? So it was the comedy club, and after the comedy club, it was an hour of like sci-fi horror, and there was a name for that. But that used to have some really, really good stuff on that. And then you'd have like anthology sort of series, is a bit like the Twilight Zone sort of thing. Oh, really sad. Yeah, some of them proper make you cry. Yeah, how you ended up howling. Sorry, yeah, howling as in crying. Yeah, yeah. Well, then you know, there's fucking awesome stuff on there. And in all honesty, quite a lot of TV shows that you like will have come from places like Radio 4. The League of Gentlemen came from Radio 4 originally. League of Gentlemen's one of my... When I finish Red Dwarf, I think I'm going to watch League of Gentlemen again. I actually love the League of Gentlemen. One of my favourite bits is in series... Oh, there's loads of really good bits. One of the bits that always stands out to me, I wish I could remember it word for word, is they noticed that Jeff hasn't turned up for work for days and he's been missing. And so they turn up to his flat. They notice that there's like... Well, turn up his flat, go in, and they notice there's rubbish everywhere. And they ask him why he hasn't been out. And he said that he'd heard a rumour that local bin men had bummed someone. Now he's too afraid to go out and take his fucking bins out. And that's one of the funniest fucking things I've ever fucking seen. It's a lot better than I just described it. But yeah. He's terrified in case he gets bummed by the bin man. And then he does the old bum as a death joke. But he doesn't know it. Dave said, I watched This Is England last night. Yeah, This Is England's good. I do like this. I've never watched the TV series of it, though. I don't know if I can be asked for them. It seemed like it was... sometimes I think you don't need to know the rest of the story. Because that goes through like the 80s, 90s. I know it does the 90s, don't it? How far does the This Is England series go into, like, time-wise? But no, I like the film. I do like the film. Stephen Graham's normally good in most of the stuff he's in. Don't forget to like the stream, everyone. And by the way, if you're sat here and you're not really interested in what we're talking about, feel free to bring a topic up or something. You know what I mean? We'll talk about anything. Or ask me a question or whatever. You know. I just talk about whatever is happening, you know, whatever people have mentioned. The series is good, but not as good as the films. Yeah. Actually, do you know what I need to do, Dwayne? I need to look up if Shane Meadows has made anything else recently. But the bloke who made... I don't know if you know this, the bloke who made This Is England is called Shane Meadows. And This Is England is based on his childhood. And he is basically the boy in it. That is his childhood. And some of the stuff he saw... Alex Clark, shut up, dude. Yes, our fucking hair lift was great. And he went like that then. Yeah, so Shane Meadows, that was his childhood. And he talks about when he's, as a kid, saw this bloke go into this, kick his way into this other bloke's house, beat the living shit out of him. He was like pissing blood. Pick him up, put him on a chair, make him a cup of tea. And then like shook his hand and then fucked off. You know, and I think that affected him a bit as a kid. So they should make a This Is England that's set now with the original cast. Yeah, that would be interesting. And the series, and I think the film are on all four. Yeah, I think they are on all four. Because I think we watched. I'm pretty sure me and you started watching the series, like the first series, but I couldn't. I've seen part of it. Maybe I've seen all of the first series. I can't remember how it ended. Yeah, hair lip deep is fucking great. Deep, did you know that they did an anniversary special about, I don't know, it might have been about 10 years ago now, or maybe 5 or 6 years ago? My dad loved. Yeah, maybe 6 or 7 years ago. They did a actually no, it probably was about 10 years ago. Yeah, because 2026 now, isn't it? They did an anniversary special, 3 episodes. Fucking great. Talent said there's the original set in 1986 and one set in 1990. Okay, I thought that was 3 for some reason. I never saw it. But if you like the League of Gentlemen, go and find the anniversary specials. Granted, I got some DVDs from Music Magpie. I'll do that, plain. I get DVDs from Music Magpie. I just got to find something quickly. I'll be back in a second. Even said I want a puppy. I don't know if that's a reference or something or just an actual real statement. As I said, I'm not sure. Maybe 2 series. Yeah, maybe. First had The Fall. Do you want a dog though? Because that's what they become. Yeah, that way. That was evil saying it. If it's Fall, it don't say evil, but sometimes it is evil still. Very confusing. How you feeling, Persia? Did you have a nap today? That's better. They've been driving me mental because like the calluses on my hands are split a bit. So yeah, you go like that and it actually like scratches your fucking face. Quite painful. We had Monty here today because John. Guess what? John was watching in the cinema, Persia. I think it was like 5 DVDs for a tenner delivered. Yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. £2 each. It was I do, but I want one still. It's in its larval stage, so you can train it easier. Pseudo cream. Actually, that'd be a good idea. Deep. No, I'll be putting this on. I didn't buy this, by the way. So I said, I'm going to go at 11. Barely slept last night, and I'll be up at 3. Hopefully, I'll get some kipping. Hopefully, you do, my queen. Feel free to message me if I'm up. You know, come watch it with you. I won't be there, I doubt. Nah, don't worry about it. Yeah, pseudo cream. I don't know if I've got any of that. I think I've got some of that in a bug out bag somewhere. Little tubs of it. It's a fucking idea. You can get little tubs of it. Posh twit. I don't know where that came. I stole it from downstairs. I think it was in like a that's why I had to make the statement of I didn't buy it. It was in a fucking. I found it in a drawer downstairs when I was looking for some moisturiser. I tell you what though, that stuff works well good. I had all splits in the ends of my fingers one winter, and my hands was killing me. That stuff fucking sorted them out in like a day. But that's fucked. Slept an hour between 12 and 1. Had a little doze at 8 and 9. I fucked. Did you have a baby, please? Yeah. Keep thinking my fucking hands are all red, but it's that fake blood. Don't look red on there. Frankie went to, this is Ben Susan's son, went to a car boot sale recently and managed to get some knives. And he got a nice dagger. And he, you know those pantograph knives, the ones that you sort of, they open like that and then the blade goes up. He found one of them, all brass, about that big. It was fucked. It really needs to, I've never seen one like that, little one like that. Little mini one. Yeah, someone sold Frankie a knife. someone lets Frankie walk around with those knives in his fucking bum bag. And then I did say, you know, I must have, I can't say nothing. When I was his age, I would have carried a knife around like that. Not for violence, so just because, you know, just carried a knife. However, it was a very different time then. Nowadays, I think a kid would properly get done for that. You know what I mean? Deep said, never mind, only 21 years to go. Yeah, lucky bugger, I know. Little pantograph knife, a lovely dagger with a black and white stacked handle. Yeah, it was sure Mike Flake blood. Yeah, yeah, Frankie's got some lovely knives. He had a 50 caliber bullet. Yeah, 50 caliber bullet. This little pantograph knife that was about that big, and a nice, proper nice dagger. Actually, it was a fucking decent dagger. I'm pretty sure the dagger did have a sheath as well, because I did think, fuck, I hope he's not wandering around with a fucking dagger in his bum bag, not in a sheath. But I think it was. People used to think they were German paratroopers knives. Yeah, that's the other name for it, isn't it? I'm going to look it up. Mini brass panto. Yeah, if I can find it, I'll show you it. But looked old as fuck as well. And you don't see them very often. Even the copy, you know, even like the cheap copies I've got. Yeah, that's it. So he's got one of them. I don't know how big that looks, but it's about that big. It's probably got like a 2-inch blade on it. Very rare pre-World War II pantograph knife. Fuck's sake. What has he got? What has he got? Ah, this one's massive though. So the one that Frankie has is not that. It's like half that size. Yeah. One that Frankie's got. It looks the same as that, but about half the size. And I'll tell you the weird giveaway. It's that shit on there, look. See those weird little knobbly bits? That's what makes it stand out. That, oh, I know what it is. That, yeah, they are legal, yeah, because you can't open it one-handed. See how much they sold for it at an auction. Only 300 quid. Ah. Oh, that is for free. That's about 100 quid each then. Did you have one of them places? He said, I had that knife once. Deep said, I'm off to bed. I will have a great evening. Take care, Deep. Nice having a little chat with you earlier on WhatsApp, and I've seen you on tonight. Good night, mate. See you later. That's I took up my battery warning, so I may be gone before 11. If you are, my queen, goodbye. I'll say see you later in a bit. Sir Oddbod of the Diarrhea, how you doing, mate? Nice to see one of the Knights of the Realm on. How you doing? Yeah. I have got a modern one. That's the one I've got. I don't know where it is at the moment. And there's the video I did. Oh no, that's the other one I had. I had one with a dagger-shaped blade. But yeah, they look like, nah, mine was like 20 quid or something. So they look like they're a butterfly knife, but they're not. You can't really open them one-handed. So, you know, And to be honest, that's the thing with a butterfly knife. It is very specific that the law is about a butterfly knife, not something that can be opened in that way. It's a butterfly knife that's banned. That's not a butterfly knife. It's never known as a butterfly knife. It's never sold as a butterfly knife. So yeah, I'm all right, Sir Oddbod. I'm a bit tired, but yeah, I'm all right. I'm all right. I'm all right. What would you like to talk about today? Anybody got a topic they would like to talk about? We've done. What have we done tonight? I don't remember. We've done stuff. Oddbod said I had a butterfly knife that I bought in the 1980s. I had a butterfly knife, my very first butterfly knife I had on me the very first night I ever got properly arrested and taken down to the police station. I didn't have it on me, actually. My cousin had it on him. We decided to go out at 3 o'clock in the morning because we'd got into a trend of nicking car badges. So we was prizing off this fucking badge of a Toyota when the alarm went off. So we ran like fuck, and my cousin decided to chuck the knife on the floor. And had he not, I'm going to blame him for this now, thinking about it, because had he not chucked my prized knife on the floor, we wouldn't have had to go on back and look for it. We wouldn't have got fucking caught. But we ran, the alarm went off, we ran, hid in the school in these bushes for about what felt like half an hour, maybe it weren't. Came back to look for my knife on the main road, and I suspect that the bloke had been like looking out of his window and was still awake because he reckoned we was trying to nick his car. And then what happened was, we got a bit down the road, the police came, and we just said, we were just out having a walk. Because to be honest, that's what we used to do. We used to like going out at 3 o'clock in the morning having a walk because it was weird because no one was about and you shouldn't be doing it. We were only about 10 or something stupid. 10 and 11, something like that. I just can't think how old I was. 10, 11, 12 maybe. Anyway, they put us in the car to drive us home, and then just as we was getting around the corner to get into my road, this fucking twat came along on his bike, stopped the police car, and told him that we were trying to nick his car. So a fucking 10 and 11-year-old got taken down the... Where the fuck would I even know how to drive a fucking car at that fucking age? Thinking about it, them fucking pigs were thick as fucking shit. Why would we be trying to steal his car at that fucking age? You got to be dumb as fuck thinking about that. I have never thought about that till now. How fucking dumb and desperate were they that they arrested us and took us to the police station at that age when they were fucking 50 yards away from where I lived? And they chose to take us to the police station, 2 little kids. Never ever thought about that, how ridiculous that was at the time. Until just now. That shocked me, actually. Yeah, I never thought about how fucking ridiculous that is. Yeah. Instead of just taking us home. Yeah. I never did get my knife, and the police didn't get it because I reckon the bloke had picked it up. You know what I mean? Anyway, so basically said was 12 when I had my butterfly knife, swapped it for a huge Bowie knife, went straight off, showed my mum, who had me swap it back. Fuck's sake. Bowie knife too big. Yeah, no, I get you, yes. Yes. So Oddbod said, is that new screen beside your head on the display? No, that's always been there. It's just, no, maybe you just hadn't noticed it. No, that's always there. That's always there. Yeah. Well, true. I said, you was an 80s kid. You probably could drive by the time you were 6. Oh, good. Yeah. Oh, yeah, no, true. I must, yeah, I didn't know, but yeah, you know, my dad had let me sit on his lap fucking steering a lorry before. You know what I mean? So yeah, potentially. Exactly. But yeah, I never really thought about it. And it was a plastic handled butterfly knife that had a like a single edge blade and like serrations down the back. It was almost like a Rambo knife type blade, sort of, on a plastic handled butterfly knife. Fuck's sake, I keep saying it. Let's look up vintage butterfly knife and I'll see if I can find it. I was gutted though when he lost that. I'll see if I can find it. I've written Bowie knife again. Bowie's on the brain. Much unlike us pampered shelters 90s kids. Oh gosh. Thinking about the kids of today, very different lifestyles now. You know, if you didn't make them go out, they ain't got no interest in it, have they? Just looking for this, like this. It was similar to this. Actually, maybe I was imagining the fucking. Maybe I was imagining the serrations. The handle was definitely like that though. Black plastic, but I remember it having serrations on the back of the blade. So I said my brother pinched my gat gun and was going to use it to rob the post office, but got caught beforehand. Fucking hell. Oh, Christ. 80s was so much better to play outdoors with, a bit safe. Well, it was in a way. I get you. It's sort of, yeah. It was really, yeah. And I used to go around with, I used to walk around with a deer's foot sheath knife on my belt on show. And we've got the park, and I could spin it on my finger, and there'd be families about, and no one would say anything. Yeah, walk around with air guns. We did do something stupid a couple of times. You could have got properly done for. We went up the village a couple of times with a deactivated World War II Webley service revolver that, from the outset, looked real because it was a real gun. It was deact, and it was old style deac. That you couldn't tell it was deactivated, and you could even put fucking bullets in it. Yeah. Don't I remember walking around with an air rifle? Well, exactly. Yeah. No, I'd laugh, and I don't know where it comes from, but there's like a meme thing where someone's, oh yeah, there wasn't paedophiles back in my day. There's always been pedos about. There's always been pedos, mate. Just didn't call them pedos. Even no creepy fuck. You just said it. No creepy fuckers hanging around the children's play parks. Yes, but well, there was certainly less of them. You know, it seemed like there was less of them. Maybe they just, worked in different ways. Sir Oddbod said to Full, absolutely. My brother only got caught because he put on a fake number plates and the police drove past him. Fuck's sake. They were called celebrities. Exactly, Persia. Fuck's sake, yeah. We used to have Chaddy. Chaddy was the local, well, we didn't call him a pedo because I didn't know what pedo was then. He was just a local bummer who, if he caught you, he'd bum you. And that was it. I didn't know no more than that. He was just, if Chaddy caught you, he'd bum you. I don't think I'd even heard the word pedo as a kid. It was pervert, wasn't it? I think, or Yeah, Charlie. Yeah, Charlie says, didn't I do a piss taker? Charlie says, if I haven't done a piss taker, Charlie says, I'm going to do a piss taker. Charlie says for the Spirophiles. Yes. Basically, the estate I grew up on had lots of old fiends. One of the old abandoned sheds. Not fiends, fields. Fucking hell, old fields. And one of the abandoned sheds we used to. Yeah, Monty says exactly. Yes, I thought I had, but yeah. Well, I was saying to myself, of course I have. I think it's just in a slightly different style of what I was going to originally do because I realised it'd be too difficult. I thought I fucking had. It was that they were too busy going around in vans offering people sweets. Yeah, offering you would have been fucked even because they would have said to you, "Do you want to see a puppy?" Yeah, if you had your puppy if you had your little hankering for a puppy, then. So. Oh God, yes. Change subject if you like. I realise this can go a bit dark very easily. I would show the clip of Monty Says, but I don't know if I've got it on this one. Yeah, I've done Monty Says, haven't I? Voiced by Persia, of all people. What are we talking about? There was one living with his elderly mother next door to me when I was a kid. We used to call him Pervy Pete. Kids used to take the piss out of him from a distance. Yeah, well, I bet kids don't do that nowadays. I bet they don't do that now. And they don't, because you get adults going around filming them now instead and then beating them up. Yeah. Very, very different world we live in now. But yeah, I was thinking about like Lay and Demi, but luckily their dad and their mum like takes them out and makes them do stuff. You know, Jim will take them for bike rides down to the places where we used to hang around. So he'll take them through the woods and to the weird places that you would never know because kids don't go anywhere now. So he takes them to like the manhole and the tunnel and shit like that, and because they should know about that stuff. John Adrian, mate, he said every town had a bummer. Ours was a lanky Irish guy with scruffy hair. We called him Wurzel. He would be in the corner shop looking around all the porn mags for a shopkeeper for him. That's weird because there was a bloke near us called Slevy who was but pretty much exactly that. It's just he weren't lanky, but he was an old Irish bloke. And at the time, I didn't realise how weird he was. And it was only until my sister was talking about it the other day. And he was definitely a fucking pedo. He ruined my holiday. Oh, for Christ's sake. I ruined your holiday. I never do voice work. I never do voiceover work. Fuck's sake, Persia. Even then, my mum was a dog breeder. If I wanted to see a puppy as a kid, all I had to do was go home. Oh, Christ. So I said, got a young bloke reported not far from here, around here, trying to pick up kids lately. So, yeah, it's fucked up, isn't it? Sounded we had a chicken fucker in my town. Fuck's sake. Oh, God. Sir Oddbod said, a sex offender on a register can now change their name and be clear of the register. Thanks, lad. Really? Really? Didn't know that. Did not know that. Yeah, we had old Slevy. The old pervy Peter Slevy was the old bloke I had a fight with when I was about 12. So it was like me I'm not very big. When I was 12, I weighed nothing and was short of an arm now. Pissed out of my face on whiskey, fighting an old Irish bloke who was about 70 at the time, pissed out of his face, proper fist fight. He started it by calling me, he used to be a proper freak show. He'd call us shit like, I'm sure he used to call us Jippo bastards and stuff like that. Not related to gypsies at all. I'm sure he used to call us shit like that, Jippo bastards and shit like that. And I was pissed, and it was literally me and him. No one else was about. And I thought, fuck it. He wants to fucking have a fight. I'm going to punch him in the face. And he punched me in the face. We had a couple of punches in the face, and then he must have got one that he didn't like, and him, and he started nearly crying, going, "How could you hit an old man's glasses? Not how could you hit a fucking 12-year-old?" You know. And luckily, I didn't really care, because if I had mentioned that to my dad, he probably would have actually killed him, like actually killed him. But it was like a fair fight, so I didn't really care, and it was amusing. Bikes and beards, how you doing, mate? Is it BSA Meteors? Yeah, yes. I've got a BSA Meteor and an air spotter in that box down there. Diana air rifles, limited pellet choice, shooting rabbit sweet. What's happening? Well, no, exactly, mate, exactly. What have we got now? Ah, exactly. Yeah, you took an air rifle out to do that like you used to. You'd get done for it. John's the same here. We caught him on the allotments at night coming out of his pen, sipping off his flies, fuck's sake. Leighton, how you doing, mate? You right? He said, "Can you still buy affordable machetes?" I cannot find any anywhere. Not anywhere at all. However, I did only have a vague look. Even I'm not saying who my local nonce was, people might say I'm racist. Fair enough, fair enough. That said, I was got banned from keeping poultry, John. It was in the papers and everything. Yeah, I haven't had a proper look, but the last time I looked, I could not find any cheap machetes anywhere. And I could do with quite a few nice cheap machetes that I own. Yeah. Can't find them. And I've just used the last good one I had to make the rainbowy. They used to be £7. £7 online as well, not just in shops, because you might be able to find a cheap machete for £7 possibly, but yeah, you can find one like that. Spacey said, "My stepdad taught my two oldest nephews to stick up middle finger and call people dirty pokies when they were young. Backfired to embarrassment when taking them out." Yeah, well, that's the problem, isn't it? Yeah. I don't know why that old Slavic bloke. I don't know why he used to call us Jippos. It's weird. It was a weird thing for him to say. And what did he used to? I'm pretty sure he once accused my. This one's hilarious, actually. He once accused my ginger mate of being black, right? Calling him the N-word. And saying your dad's black. He was a white bloke with ginger hair, a proper ginger as well, pale, every bit of hair is ginger. I have never pissed myself so bad in all my life. I remember being up the village and him saying, "Oh, your dad's black," and all this. Why the fuck he was coming out of this shit? It was bizarre. Yeah. Good night, my queen. I'll speak to you tomorrow at some point. Hope you have a nice evening tonight. Feel free to message me at 3 o'clock when you're going out, just so I know you did. It won't wake me up, and even if it did, it doesn't matter. Like I said, I've never been on your video. I've watched your videos for donkeys, but never been on a live. Well, welcome, Leighton. I hope you enjoy it. We just chat bollocks on here, whatever you want to talk about, within reason. I don't really do politics or religion. Yeah, I got nothing against travellers and that. Spacey, I got my mate Charlie Boy. Fuck you, one of my best friends. Absolutely love him to bits. Absolutely love Charlie Boy. He's great, and his family, in fact. And when they moved up here, they were told not to have anything to do with basically my household, especially my dad and me and Malcolm. I think specifically me and Malcolm, right? As soon as they saw me walking up the road, his mum and dad invited me in. I loved them. Yeah. What said, "I got a new girlfriend between my legs," and then Betty swallows. Oh, God. Yeah, good night, Metallic. Like I said, I don't use them to make things, although I have, but I use them no end. Yeah, well, they're useful just to have as a proper thing, aren't they? What you're saying, like people used to call you a pikey as well? Is that what you mean? Or do you mean, I don't know, I suppose. Or do you mean you lived like that? Do you mean, I don't know. But yeah, I ain't got nothing against. I ain't really got anything against anyone. The thing is, if I don't like someone, it's not because of the color of their skin or how they. It's because they're. I don't like people because I don't like them. You know what I mean? But it ain't because of. You know what I'm trying to say. Fair enough. I suppose, yeah. Yeah. Anybody got any plans for tomorrow? I don't know what I'm gonna. I don't know. I might just do fuck all tomorrow. I've been busy as fuck all day filming, so it'd be nice to actually just spend a day, maybe watching Red Dwarf. No, that's Persia. That's what I was trying to get. I don't. Persia says I don't discriminate. I hate everyone. I don't discriminate. But if I don't like someone, it's just basically because they're a fucking prick, not because of the color of their skin, where they're born, blah 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 blah. It's none of that. It's just, I don't like individuals because they're fucking tosses. They said my mum outvoted me when I was a teen to go off in caravans. I can. Fool said I still can't see the chat. That's bizarre. Oh, on the screen. Okay, sorry, I didn't realise you meant that earlier. I would have put that back up ages ago. Sorry, I didn't know you meant actually on the screen. I thought you meant you couldn't see them on your screen. Okay, sorry. Gave up a good house. Yeah, I bet. Well, yeah, bloody hell. Yeah, exactly. Persia said must be because Metallic has went to bed evil. I didn't turn that off. I must have it must have been when I changed the videos over. Don't tell the gypsy is doing his driving test. The instructor asks him what road sign is that. The gypsy replies aluminium. Oh, gosh. I once got caught nicking a load of aluminium fucking road signs to make something out of by an off-duty policeman. And luckily, he thought we was just doing a prank. Because I must admit, we'd nicked half the village's signs. We'd have probably would have got properly done for that. Because I worked out that all you had to do was take a big screwdriver, whack it up under the metal collar, and if you twisted it, it just popped off. We had signs like this big. We was carrying them, and it was so gutting how we got caught as well. So we was just coming up this alleyway, and this fucking bloke was driving down the road, and he must have seen us from about 200 meters away, dashed to the side and chucked these signs in the bushes. And because being the police, he must have thought something suspicious. Yeah. Well, what happened was, I was pissed out of my face, but the bloke with me, who was quite a lot younger than me, was sober. I just said to him, I said, just run. I won't bother running. I said, you run, and you'll be able to get away with it. And because I was too pissed to run anyway. And I couldn't be asked, I didn't care. Because what was happening, I think the off-duty policeman had, I don't know, but I know that we had the opportunity to run anyway. We did have the opportunity to run, but I was too pissed. So I said to Jay, you run, and he ran off. And then the off-duty policeman put all of the signs into the back of his car, and he just wouldn't stop going on and on and on. He said, show me where you live. I went, all right, go on then. So I took him to where I lived, and then knocked on my door, and he just thought we was like messing around. So that was it. Nothing ever come of it. Yeah, it was good. But I probably would have got really done for that because, I say really done, quite a hefty fine, because we nicked like half the fucking village's signs, big fucking school signs, and everything, loads of fucking shit. Yeah. Spacey said, have a nice way to live if you have places to park and not on such. Yeah, no, I bet it is. Yeah, if you've got like places you can keep going around and visiting, and you're not got to stay on a site, that probably would be lovely. But yeah. That's why, you know, me and my dad do our road trips, and they're quite nice. So it's not the same thing, but I sort of get it, you know, because we park when we do the road trips. We're not parking in. We don't park in like parking places or sites. When we do the road trips, we park in like lay-bys and sometimes car parks and shit like that. So you have to do stealth camping. But there's a thing called Park for Night now. And what that is, it's just a website where people have found places where you can park for the night, and they sort of tell you if that's a good spot or not. I was going to add one down the road from me, because I think there's a great place down the road from me where someone could stop in a car and no one would notice. And sometimes they're outside people's houses, and oh, you know, I get you. I'm thinking more of own land. Yeah, we'd be staying lay-bys, car parks, and you know. But just saying, I know what that's like. You know what I mean? Yeah, good fun. Can be quite stressful. Can be quite stressful, but yeah. Also, I got caught by the police with a huge motorway sign on my fireplace. It was nearly as long as the room, and they spotted it through my window. It was blown down in the storm. They told me they'd take it back. Fuck's sake. Oh, Christ. Yeah, some of them are massive, aren't they? That would be amazing. The amount of fucking metal you get from that. So Oddbod said, I heard most coastal towns around England will ban motorhomes from overnight parking. That's it. So Oddbod, that's why you have to do the stealth camping, sorry. So you have to do stealth camping, and then you can use an app like Park for Night. There's a phone app I hear for Park. That's it. That's the one. That's it, Spacey. It's called Park for Night. I think I've got it on my phone. And it's just people have recommended places where you can park. Right, hang on. So like those icons on there are the places where you could park. And then let's pick one. So it comes up then with a recommended, you know, it tells you how good that bit is. So it says free, very large, quiet lay-by shelter. And then they have pictures so you can see what it looks like. It's a really good app, actually. You get pictures so you know what the area looks like. Because that helps. Because I'll tell you, when you're trying to find somewhere to sleep, it can be fucking hell, I'll tell you. And then people give it like recommendations. So that one's like got 4.6 out of 5. And other people have slept there said, yeah, perfect stop for one night. Bit of road noise, but no one bothered you. No one bothered me. Good spot, but really poor phone signal. Yeah. And that's Park for Night. And that's like saved me and my tax. Oh, it's a great thing. But there are a lot of places, I think, down I don't know where we're going for our road trip this year. Southern England, and especially southwest, I think they don't really like a lot of camping motorhome sort of stopping off places. You can't even get them in. Most car parks, you can't get a fucking camper van in. You know, even Metallic's Berlingo with a roof box on hits the barriers. It scares the shit out of us every time. It's just like a fucking inch too high. And every time you go under a barrier, it smacks it, scares the fucking crap out of you. I nearly crushed my fingers once because we was trying to go under a barrier. So I stood on the fence and like pushed it up. And where I was pushing it up, I didn't realise I was going to push it up against something else. A car started coming under. And it started crushing my fingers, but I managed to pull them out of time. But yeah. There's a lot of places that don't like you don't like your camping. But when we did the Wales, I think going up north to Scotland, I don't think we had any issues at all. But a lot of the camping we did there, we stayed on people's drives. But there were a couple of like car parks we stayed in. When I say car parks, they're like a car park down next to a river where no one goes apart from the weirdos. So that's why you use that park at night, because they'll say, you know, there was druggies down here or something, or there was weirdos, blah blah blah. Or they'll say it's a nice place, you know, never seen anyone down here. But when we went to Wales, we got stopped by a fucking... Woke up in the morning, I was wrapping up my sleeping bag, and I can't remember what they're called, but the blokes who look after the local wildlife area and like, you know what I mean, who's responsible for the area, I can't remember what they're called. He came along and he was just moaning and moaning. I think he wanted to, like, sometimes they want to have an argument with you so they can tell you off. So they keep going on about what you're doing wrong because they want you to deny it. But I've learned people like that, wardens, yeah, people like that, I've learned don't fucking rise to their bullshit. That's what they want. If someone keeps continuously saying, oh, well, you've done this wrong, and if you go, oh, sorry, and then they go, oh, well, also you've done this wrong, and you go, oh, I'm sorry, I won't do it again, and you've done this wrong, and you've done this wrong, and you do, they want you to go, oh, no, I didn't, so that they can have a go at you. Don't rise to it unless you want to. But the thing is, had I had a go with it's a ranger, actually, that's the ranger, Oddbod. If I'd have like snapped back at the ranger, that's exactly what he wanted, and he could have got funny with us, potentially done, you know, because he kept going on about, oh, well, you done this, you done that, you know, oh, well, you're lucky people didn't slash your tires. Why would someone slash our tires in the middle of fucking Wales, in the middle of nowhere? I mean, we're in the middle of fucking nowhere. But, you know, it's all right. But you just don't rise to their shit. And then, but yeah, Wales, we had an issue there, but that was okay because I just, you know, Metallic was actually in the woods at the time. I just said, sorry, you know, I'm sorry, I didn't know that. I didn't know it'd be an issue. Sorry, we blocked the gate, which hadn't been used for fucking, you can tell it hadn't been used for fucking 15 fucking years. But, you know, yeah. But I could tell he wanted... And then the other one was the farmer. And the farmer, again, I think he was just in a funny fucking mood and wanted someone to shout at. So I let him talk his shit. Yeah. Yeah, how's his mind work? Yeah. It's in the middle of nowhere. You're lucky the locals don't come slash your tyres for parking there. Thinly veiled threat from a ranger dipshit. Exactly. Well, that's what it was. It's a pity I didn't have something filming so I could have used the audio. But yeah, it was very bizarre because every time he said something, he said, oh, you shouldn't be parked here. You're blocking that gate. I said, sorry, really sorry. Didn't realise that would be an issue. We're going now. Oh, well, this. And then brought something else up. And I said, you know, oh, you're lucky there's no rubbish down there. No, I don't leave any rubbish anywhere. You know, any rubbish that be in the car. You know, like, you know. Oh, you know, and he just kept bringing shit up because he wanted to have a go at me, basically, but I didn't give him the opportunity, so he didn't like it. But, you know, and then he fucked off. But yeah, it's probably more frustrating for him. I think he might have even mentioned something to do with a knife. I'm sure he mentioned something to do with a knife. Fucking sure. He mentioned something about talking to someone who threatened him with a knife. I'm sure he did, saying that. You'd have to, if you watch the video, go and watch one of my Wales road trip videos, the first one that has the waterfall stuff in. You'd because that was the day before the waterfall. Yeah, that's the problem with my brain. I start to forget. If Metallic was on, she'd remember and she'd remind me. I'm sure he said something about someone threatening him with a knife. Weirdos. But, you know, that's the only issues we've ever had of, like, that's the only issues we've ever had of people being dicks. And because we sort of let them have their little rant, it didn't turn into anything other than a bloke being a bit frustrated. You know what I mean? So it didn't turn into anything worse, because it could have, both of those could have turned in, especially the farmer one. The farmer one, the way he got out of his car, he wanted a bit of fucking trouble. Or, you know, I'm on my fucking holiday. I'm, you know, yeah, I'm not gonna fucking pander to any of his bullshit because he's in a bad mood. Do you know what I mean? Because he might have picked up my tub of shit. Which is funny enough in its own right. He might not have, but I like to pretend he picked up my tub of shit and looked at it. Anyway, that's why he was in such a bad mood. Well, you know, that's his fault. Shouldn't have been a nosy bastard, should he? I'll tell you what, Spacey, I've been to Wales a couple of times. So I've been to Wales like properly with Metallic, where we actually went around Wales and it was fucking lovely. And then I've been to the Preppers Meet, where we drive through Wales, go to the Preppers Meet, spend 4 days in the field, and then come back. And Wales is really nice, and the people of Wales are really nice. Like the first farmer we met, his fucking tractor had broke down. We got him in Metallic's car and drove him back to his farm. That was why it was such a shame that the other farm was such a tosser. Because the other one, fucking, you know, we got him in the car and helped him. Because he didn't ask us, you know. We just said, do you want to get in? We'll take you up to the fucking farm. Because his phone won't get no access. Shane, thank you for that very, very kind donation, mate. I'm going to come and see if you've left a message. Shane said, you're such a fucking legend, mate. Keep going. Thank you, Shane. Oh, bloody hell, Shane. That means a lot. That really does. Thank you, Shane. Cheers, mate. I'm still going to make your K-bar, by the way. I was thinking about it today. I still will make your K-bar one day. Thank you, Shane. This one goes out to Shane. Cheers, mate. Yeah, Wales. I liked Wales. It was nice. So I was, have you heard of the Tippy village in Wales? No. I'll be honest, I don't know a lot about Wales. So also I'll tell you a couple of stories about Wales. That's quite interesting. This one goes out to Shane, by the way.
That's the funnest place to be.
So Spacey said, keep seeing lots of nice parts of Wales and the Highlands. Yeah, I really liked Scotland. Scotland was great. We had a lovely time in Scotland. Camped in a couple of lovely places. But Tippy village in Wales, I don't know. So in Wales, we went up the Sugarloaf Hill, Sugarloaf Mountain, but not because there's two like Sugarloaf Mountains. There's one in Brazil. Went up Sugarloaf Hill so that Metallic wanted to do like a ceremony for her dad and her dad's ashes, I think it was her dad. Yeah, I'm sure it was. Yeah, because he was born in Wales. Went up there. That was hard work, I tell you. Went all the way up there. Shane, I think Wales would really suit you, Mike. Why is that? I dread to ask. Yeah, Sugarloaf Mountains is in Africa, is it? Yeah, so Sugarloaf Hill in Wales. Went up Sugarloaf. Really nice up there. We went up there really, really, really early. So we set off at like, I can't remember what it was, like 5 a.m. So that by the time we got up there, there'd be no one there. And there weren't. If we was worried, it'd be a lot of people about. There's one person up there. And if I ever find out who that woman is, I'm going to wring her fucking neck. Because we asked this fucking person, still pisses me off now, asked her what the quickest way back to the car park was. And she pointed and went down there. So we walked down there. It took us to get to the top of the fucking hill. I think it was about an hour, maybe. Fuck, proper steep. Some of it was like that. What my hand was doing, not my arm. Proper steep. Not that steep, but, proper steep. It was like almost climbing, really, on rocks. An hour up, 6 fucking hours back, because the way this woman pointed us to was a completely different car park, and we was dressed for cold weather, and we was out for 2 hours, maybe 2.5, an hour up, half an hour up there, an hour back, something like that. Not 6 hours. So we had hardly any water on us, hardly any food, dressed for cold weather. It started to become proper daytime, and it was fucking raging fucking sun. And I had to get my bomber jacket, turn it inside out, because we was having to walk down these one-track fucking roads where people was driving down there. I thought I was going to get killed. Fucking hell. That was an experience, but I can laugh about it now. They said, come to curbs, I'm a bit screwed, so not up to mountains, for fuck's sake. Is it some good ground at home and hill? Spacey, one day, Spacey, when I visit Metallic, we're going to try and come and see you. And I tell you what, that Thetford meet, there's a meet in Thetford in September. Is there a possibility you could get to that? Because I don't think Thetford's that massively far from you, is it? I know it ain't like round the corner, but it ain't that far, is it? If you could get to Thetford, or even not even that, I was thinking if me and Metallic went to that Thetford meet, I might ask someone, if you was up to it, I might ask someone if they'll take me to where you are, if you were fancy meeting that. All right, well, Spacey, if you're up for it, I'll see if someone can bring me from Thetford to you. Penny, how you doing? You all right? What have you been up to today? Oddbod said maybe this woman was boss side meant to point the other direction. You know what, Oddbod? I wanted to get her in a fucking headlock and fucking. Fucking 6 fucking hours. Oh, it's horrendous. Well, but Shane, Wales was all right. I enjoyed Wales. Scotland was all right. All of the places we've been, luckily, there are some quite amusing stories, but not horrible fucking shit. And I hope hopefully it'll stay like that. Fucking hell. I haven't said that, should I? No, it's all right. But yeah, you're doing a lot of stuff, so interesting stuff happens. Basically, I don't travel well, but if you're about and I'm about, be good. I'll sort that strap leather for you. Nice one, Space. Yeah, I'll let you know. But I had a look one day, and I don't think it was that far from you. So Oddbod said I live about an hour or so drive from Thetford. Nice. Yeah. Well, there's a sort of, it's a prepper meet, but I don't go to the preppers meets as a prepper per se. I go to the preppers meet as someone who likes camping. I do prepping stuff, but I don't go there to really learn anything. I go there to have a bit of fun, meet people, sell some shit. You know what I mean? So you don't have to be a prepper to go along. You know what I mean? What have you been up to, Penny? Been up to much today? I've just been filming stuff. Filming stuff for the Spire Files. Oh, God. All right, well, Spacey, that means that maybe, because the thing is, it probably won't be Metallic, though, because the issue is, by the time me and Metallic get to these meets, because she's got ME and fibro, she's absolutely fucked. So often when we get to the meets, she's on very basic sort of exercise, and I've got to do sort of all of the stuff that she wouldn't be able to do for her. And that's our deal. That's what we do. That's fine. You know what I mean? So if I did come over, also after time, her car is like part set up of our camp, so she can't go nowhere. But yeah, when the time comes, I'll message her if we go and if you're free, and if someone's there who will take me to you, I'll come over. You know what I mean? Half an hour ain't too bad, is it? You know what I mean? It might, depending on who's there, it might be someone you know from on here as well. So, you know what I mean? You get to meet 2 people you know. You don't have to do nothing. We can go and go get something to eat or something. Yeah, just be nice to say hello. Get your camera for a bit. You know what I mean? You know, swap some stuff or something. You know what I mean? It'd be good. Yeah. So my mum's been on the weight loss jabs, and she is actually losing weight, and I think it is making a bit of difference already. So yeah, so that'll be good. Yeah, I think it'd be nice, wouldn't it, Space? It's worth mentioning it because you're someone I'd like to meet. You know, you're a good bloke, and we've had proper good chats, me and you, haven't we? You know, and you've joined in the videos and that. So yeah, it'd be nice to meet you. Oh god. So when we go on our road trip down south, we're going to be meeting Timbo and Stu. That'll be great. They're like the two main people we're meeting. Well, we're going to meet Cornish Bob as well and Ken Rajimak. But when I'm down there, I might mention it to other people like who are down that way. Clarkson been on them jabs, has he? You know. So yeah, I might. So I don't know. The problem is I don't often know where people live, so I can't really say, "Oh, do you want to meet up?" Anyone watching who lives down Cornwall way, that way. So anyone who lives from sort of London area, but further west, like Oxford area, going down southwest. Anyone live down that way, like to meet up. You may have to come to us though now because we've got like a route planned. But if you're a regular or something, yeah. So basically, I wish I was able to get out and still drive. What made you stop driving? Did you couldn't afford it anymore? You know, I've technically got a driving license, but I probably wouldn't be able to remember how to drive now. But I wouldn't be able to afford to drive. Wouldn't be able to afford to run a car, insurance, tax, every fucking thing else, buy the car. I wouldn't be able to afford to, personally. Yeah. Oh, God. Lack of doing, then running fuel. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah. Yeah, it's a bit of a nightmare. Eva said, I don't really agree with those weight loss jabs, not unless they're 100% unable to lose weight any other. My mum can't even walk now, really. So, yeah. No, I get you. Yeah. So, you know, I get what you're saying, though. I don't think I am quite tired, but I'm fucking knackered. I may end up going off at 12. No, I get you. I don't think celebrities should be having them weight loss jabs just so they can, you know. But I think for someone like my mum, who it's actually more of it's a health thing, yeah. Yeah, I can agree with that. You know what I mean? But you know, you get celebrities taking it just to lose a couple of fucking. You know, celebrities want to lose 2 stones, so they're gone the fucking down. But then, you know, I suppose if they can afford it, that's what they're going to do, aren't they? But then you get ones that look fucking horrendous now. Even Miley Cyrus started looking like it for a while. She stopped it now, but she started getting that fucking like sucked in fucking face, and which then makes teeth look like that, and you look fucked. But she stopped, and now she's sort of gone back to normal. Yeah, well, no, there are side effects. She's all right, Penny. She's all right. She's all right at the minute. She's definitely getting better from it. Problem is, like the side effects with the jabs, but then she's also getting side effects from every fucking thing else. If those jabs work, there could be a potential that she could even reverse, because you can reverse type 2 diabetes if you lose enough weight. That would mean after the tablet she's on, she wouldn't have to take, because she's on like that where you've got to take tablets to counter effect other tablets, and then you've got to take tablets to counter effect them tablets because they're fucking your guts up. So now you've got to take a tablet to line your stomach, you know, and then you've got to take a tablet to make you shit. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, you know, side effects, everything. But no, she's all right, Penny. She's all right. She's okay, and she does seem to be getting a little bit better. I worry about her in this heat. No, she can't even walk. I said, is your mum able to walk? I said, no, not really. She can't walk. She don't stand up. She don't stand up. But the other thing, which I forgot actually, I forgot about this, which Metallic mentioned the other day. There's a potential that if my mum lost enough weight, she could potentially get a knee operation or knee operations. Potentially. I don't know if she'd even bother now. She's not wheelchair bound. She can stand up and she can walk with like a walker, but she's like, you know, she can't, you know. Well, exactly. Yeah, at least the jabs are actually going to a diabetic like they're designed for. Exactly. That's it. You know, my mum is actually having. She's one of the people who it should be for, isn't it? Not just some fucker who wants to lose 2 stone. Yeah. Thank you, Odd Budget. I'm sorry, life is difficult for me. Oh, it is. It's a nightmare. Now, worry about her in the heat because she sits out there in a fucking conservatory, and I feel like I'm dying here. She can't wash properly. She can't. We don't have a walk-in shower because the council won't give us one. Because we put a bathroom downstairs ourselves. Because had we not done that, there wouldn't have been a bathroom downstairs. So we put a bathroom downstairs so she could use it when she could get in a bath. Now she can't. And now the council won't replace it, and I can't afford to do it. You know what I mean? It's a bit of a nightmare. So I worry about her in the heat. But I have noticed she is luckily now. When it's really hot, she doesn't sit out there and she sits in her bedroom, which at least it is cooler in there. You can feel it's cooler in there. Yeah. She's getting better, and hopefully these jabs will make a massive difference to her. You know what I mean? Hopefully they'll make a massive difference. But they are making a difference. Friends, I hate to say it, but it's going to get hotter, and there's super El Nino this year. El Nino. It's going to be rough. Yeah. We have got... Yeah, Penny said, maybe after, what I'll do, Penny, after I've been away with Metallic, I'll actually do a proper fucking, because then I won't have any, like, needing money for stuff. I'll do an actual proper, like, fucking GoFundMe thing for my mum. Because I reckon with about 600 or 700 quid, I could probably do it. I could probably do it. You know what I mean? Because the problem is paying someone else to do it. I could probably do it, but it's having enough money to make sure I can do it, because I don't want to get halfway through it. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I'd have to do it bare minimum as cheap as I possibly could, Spacey, and I'd have to do the lot of it. I'd have to do the lot. And what I'd have to do is probably leave half the fucking... I don't know if I could do a wet room. I don't think I'd be able to do a wet room. But I'd be able to do a shower that she could walk up to with her walker and then sit on a chair and have a shower. You know what I mean? That's probably about the best I could do with like 600 or 700 quid. Anyway, anyone said, oh, I want to lose weight. I ain't going to stick myself with a needle to do it though. Fuck that, yeah. Basically, I had one put in place, but a grant paid. Yeah, I might be able to get a bit of a grant. Might be a bit of a grant. The problem is what our housing associations say is you put that bathroom in, it's your responsibility. Which is fine when my dad was alive. You know, he ran the family business. He had enough money to do it. But you know, and I did the majority of it. My dad did the plumbing. I did everything else. You know, I installed everything, did everything apart from connect the pipes, essentially. Yeah, but and I reckon I could do that. You know, you can do basic plumbing. Yeah, I think maybe after I've been away with Metallic. I'll sort out like a proper. I'll do a GoFundMe. Might get family joining in. What about if you remove the bathroom? Well, I suppose. Yeah, I don't know. They'd say, "Why have you done that?" Probably. I don't know. I get you though, but yeah, because what we did, there was like a downstairs toilet and a shed. So what we did, we knocked the toilet and the shed room into one, and built a bathroom in there so that there was a downstairs bathroom. That's now the only bathroom in the house. Yeah. We've got a toilet upstairs. But I don't know. It's a bit of a nightmare. It's what it is, isn't it? But yeah. But, you know, these jabs may make a big difference to my mum's mobility. Because less weight will mean potentially it won't be so hard for her to stand. But she's not that fat. You know, it's just her knees are fucked. Like, she is overweight, you know. She's over than I am. And I'm fairly fucking fat in a minute. You know what I mean? But yeah, it's more that her hips are fucked, her knees are fucked. I think it's mainly her knees now. She's already had funny hips, but now her knees are fucked. Both her knees. I think she needs knee replacement. I think. Yeah. Anyway, we'll get around it eventually. I'll sort it out. You know, I've thought about saying to her, if you want, I'll make a fucking. If she got really desperate, and I know she wouldn't want to do it, but if I got really desperate, I said I'd get a fucking paddling pool, put a fucking curtain around it, and then put a fucking shower thing over the top of it, just so she can have a fucking wash. You know what I mean? Indoors in the back kitchen, you know what I mean? Desperate times call for desperate measures, you know. I did often think there must be places you can go. Because I'll tell you what you probably could do if you're really desperate. Go to there's disabled toilets that have showers in. Yeah, camping shower, exactly. Well, that's what I thought. Something like that, with a curtain, you know, shower curtain around it. Yeah. It's better than nothing. At least you can sit in it in the chair and have a wash. We have a wet room, but it was here before we moved in. The through floor lift for full was put in before we moved in. Though the council were desperate to appease us after that shit-off flat. Oh, I'm glad. No, I know. Yeah. Oh, I'm glad that's yeah. See, because my mum didn't always have these issues, because we've lived in this house for 41 years now. Lived in this house. Yeah, lived in this house 41 years. Am I old, am I? Yeah, 46, isn't I? 41 years. We've lived in this house 41 years. Yeah. Yeah, camping shower. I could make a fucking curtain that would go around a sodding paddling pool. Yeah. I'll offer it to her, but she'll say no. Yeah. I might watch a film after this. Has anybody got any good film recommendations? But it needs to be something I can watch easily. I have access to HBO, Disney, Netflix, and all the other free ones. Oh, and Amazon Prime. I'll even get a pen and write them down. You know. I'm saving The Bride, Penny. I would watch The Bride, but I'm saving it for Metallic as well. I want to watch that with her. So I'm going to save that one. American Wealth in London. Got it on. Oh, I may well watch that. So Sam said American Pickle. What's that? Hello, Sam, by the way. Let me write that down. Where is my American Wealth in London? Yeah. May well watch that. Let me get a piece of paper. Let's write these down. Yeah, I might watch a film after this. Oh! Right, what we got? So, Sam, thank you. He said American Pickle. on Netflix. Nice. That's on Netflix. Penny, what did you say? The boy. Well, the boy. I can start the boys. I want a film though. Ladies first. Yeah, I'm gonna save the bride for when I'm with Metallic. I think she'll like that. Especially, I was thinking one of those bat camping showers that'd be handy if electric goes off. Yes, yeah, I know, yeah. Bag camping showers. Yeah, I've got some. That's what I probably use. Also, contact the local council, the adult social care, and ask for occupational. We've done all of that, and they still refused. I've done the lot. She's had an occupational fair, still didn't help. Yeah. Now, literally tried everything you think of. Every single time they said no. Yeah. But I do appreciate you mentioning that, because had we not, that would have been very, 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 very helpful. Now, we tried the lot. She had an occupational therapist. They spoke about grants. That never happened. All of this shit. Literally none of it. And it all came down to like, no, you're not. You know what I mean? Because you put that bathroom in. It's not their responsibility. Yeah. Basically, I'm watching it. It's weird. They just won't have it. Everything we've tried, literally everything. The grants never came through. Nothing happened. Occupational therapist. Literally everything you think of. None of it. Actually, none of it. Yeah. Basically, I'm watching. Wild Boys. So I said, if you register your mum's housebound, it should be easier to. Oh, I think she is registered and all that because she gets. The thing is, she gets a pension and like probably disability benefit. I don't know, because she is actually disabled. Yeah. Now it'll surprise you. That I don't know how they wrangle it that they can just say no every fucking time. But it comes down to that. Pretty much comes down to that we put that bathroom in ourselves. So now it's our responsibility. So you can fuck off. Yeah, and then the grants thing, I can't remember what happened with that, but we did look into the grants thing. She even had like the things to fill out in paper to do it. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe because I don't know. Because the thing is, a lot of the actual stuff that gets done, John and Rachel do it. But we have tried pretty much everything thinkable. So I'm just going to have to pay for it myself. You know what I mean? Bush Rangers in the mid 1800s. That sounds good. Is that a series though? The rapists. Psycho the Rapist, the best one. Robin Gold, Murder Action. That sounds good. So far, the only films I got written down there: American Pickle, Ladies First, and American Werewolf. Yeah, I am quite excited to watch The Bride. Lost Boys, yeah, Lost Boys is good. I'm not in the mood for Lost Boys. Watership Down, I'm pretty sure I've got Watership Down up here as well. So I'd bod you keep naming films that I've got ready to watch. So if I pick them DVDs from just there, they're the ones I've seen it loads of times, but I bought it recently. I don't know if I'm up for a harrowing tonight. And I might, I'm saving, the thing is, I'm technically saving American Werewolf in London because I want to watch it for, I'm going to do a parody Spyroverse episode parodying American Werewolf in London and The Hand of the Baskervilles. So I might save that for just before I do that. Commando, I have got Commando's up there as well, I think. I might have put that up where it's supposed to be. Commando's one I bought recently. I do like Commando. I forget how much I fucking used to absolutely love Arnold Schwarzenegger films. Like he hasn't already. Oh god. Absolutely love Arnold Schwarzenegger action films. I don't know. Dog Soldiers, yeah, Dog Soldiers is good. Oh, you sent me, didn't you, Persia? Yes. So I forgot about that. He who house should not be named. In London. Nah, it can't be. Oh, I genuinely thought for a second you actually meant it was in London. And I know he's not. He's at the East Coast fucking slingshot tournament. I had something to tell you. Oh, Peach, I got something for you. I made a prop today just for you. What's that when it's at home? That's my weird colour. What's that, Peach? I'll give you a clue. That came out of it. Or did it? I don't know. Virgil, did it come out of it or not? Can't remember the answer. Got an anus. That's an. I made that anus pure just for Peach. It's a bunghole. A bunghole. I love it. That does look a bit like pencil shavings. It's a bunghole. The prop looks like a rectum because that's what it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be a rectum. That's supposed to be someone's anus. Is that what the chili did? It actually ripped my whole entire anus off. Yeah. Yeah, that looks like an anus because it's supposed to be an anus. It's your anus, yes. There's a number you can text and it stalks what she does. What are you saying? Ah, Brotherhood of the Wolf. That's quite long though, isn't it? I'm tempted. Or the prop looks like skip script. Now it's a rectum. Make it bigger into a shield. Rectum to protect them. Well, I'll show you the rectum after it's had a bit of action, Pete. There it is now after it's had a bit of a, a bit of a seeing to there it is. As after it's been stretched out a bit, it's in the veins and everything. Needs a few hairs and the slimy, the blood on them. Before jail, after jail. Sure, I'll be able to get that, yeah. Sure, I'll be able to make that into some kind of fucking little video, yes. Holy grape. Yes, I'll put some fucking piles on it. Snapchat baited the peanut butter hazelnut spread. Should get it, Sam. What was he saying? That individual needs a doctor. Who was on? I don't know. Watching the film Trading Places where you get Jamie Lee Curtis breasts. And all add some stringy bits to those. Oh, did you see them? There were some stringy bits in there. There were. Yes. So I should check out some cosplay creators like Chris Stanley for ideas and tips on paint jobs. Yes. Yes. I don't know, all the comments are shouting me. Nice hearing. Oh, I think you got a rat in your house. Yeah, we had a rat in the fucking loft of all places. Absolute nightmare. Yeah, we had a rat. You could hear the bastard in the loft, and it was getting in my bug out bag. Hello, Mr. Key. Yeah, so Mount I think we put some poison up there, killed it, and then you could smell it up there. And then I found it, a big old fucking rat. But the body was about that big. It weren't massive, but you know, rats are big. Carlito's Way. Now you know what, Oddbod. You may have just actually done the one I want to watch. I've been thinking about watching Carlito's Way. That may well be. I've got that on DVD. That may well be what I watch tonight. Basically said, I wonder what Sunday has. And so I don't know. All my I've got a couple of plants growing now. Nothing special, but I have at least got possibly a pumpkin plant that's about that big. So at least it's growing. So I might get a couple of squashes or pumpkins. I've put my citrus tree out. Yeah, no, Malk puts peanut butter on his traps because the fucking peanut butter's still in the loft now from like 4 years ago. What was I saying? But I've got a couple of plants. Maybe I might grow some this year. I don't know. I was getting to the stage where I thought nothing's going to grow. Weather looks okay, but weekend rain. Is it raining next week? Sam said, just give it a go. Just wait on trap coming tomorrow. Yeah. I'm sure you'll catch the bastard. Do you reckon, where's yours in the house then? I've got in the loft. And yeah, it could smell my bug out bag. My bug out bag had a bit of got some rations in there. Key said, have you seen The Drop? Who's in that? I don't think I have. Who is in The Drop? Has it got Tom Hardy in it? Or am I thinking someone else? In the boiler room. Let me look up The Drop. That may be one of those ones I wanted to see. I can't remember. No, I'm thinking of The Take. I'd say, Persia. I've just seen your thing, Persia. Tom Hardy is in it then. What the fuck's The Drop then? Hang on. Yeah, so Tom Hardy is in The Drop, but it weren't what I was thinking of. Yeah, that's bizarre. All right, where's that to watch? That's bizarre. No, it's all right. I just wanted to see if he was in it. That was all. The Drop. All right, is that anywhere easy to find though? How you doing, Steve? You all right, mate? Thing is, I might watch. So I think the films I'm more likely to watch will be American Pickle, Ladies First, or The Drop, because I haven't seen them. I would like to see something new. Basically, said my old American friends who used to visit the old Red Lion pub Friday, Saturday nights used to do church Sundays. Fuck's sake. Yeah, church has never been a thing in my household. Oh yeah, James Gandolfini. Yeah, I saw he was in that. Yeah. James Gandolfini, not Michael Gandolfini, but yeah, you're nearly right. Fuck's sake. I'll stay on for a little bit longer, but I'm gonna fuck off soon. I've got some shit I need to do. But if you'd like a severed anus straight off the arsehole of some arsehole, there you go. What's the Spire Files? Coming soon. That's already out. That's all right, Steve. We knew who you meant. We knew who you meant, mate. Oh, Christ. Yeah, I forget bed instead. No, I do want to watch something. Mr. K said the film is acting at its purest. No need for special effects. Nice. Penny said so was American Hustle. I don't think I've ever seen that, you know, American Hustle. Who is in that? Yeah, James Gandolfini. He was good. He was very good. Ah, Michael is his son. Do you know what though, Steve? I thought that sounded familiar, the name Michael Gandolfini anyway. So I've bought off the diarrhea. Nice having one of the nights of the realm on. Good night. See you next time. I'll be on next Friday and Saturday. I'll be on for about another 5 minutes maybe. I'm going to have to fuck off soon. I'm quite tired. And I do want to watch a film. Yeah. It's been a good evening. I quite enjoyed myself. Nice having it. Don't forget to like the stream, everyone. Yeah, I know what I'm going to do tomorrow. I might have a day off of editing. Might just have a nice relaxing day. Listen to some music. Do fuck all. Play a bit of a computer game. I don't know. See you later, Spacey. Yeah, I might as well fuck off if everyone else is going anyway. Right. Good night, Spacey. Good night, Penny. Love you, Penny. Say hello to Dropped if he's watching but not talking. Yeah, I'll see you all soon. I'll be on next weekend. Good night, Sam. Shane, if you're on. Stan, Penny. Who else was on? Mr. Key, Steve, Evil, a Fool. Good night, you all. Yeah, good night. Have a good night. Midnight wildlife hunting. Take care. Pergio, good night, mate. Nearly fucking missed you there. Love you, Penny. Love you, Pergio. Right. See you next weekend. I'll chat to some of you before then, maybe. But yeah. Good night, everyone. See you later. Thank you for watching. I do appreciate it. It's been a good evening. Good night. I'm going to watch a film. I'll let you know what I watch next week. Good night.